I'm your host, Marie Kamara. In entertainment news, the humble biology teacher, Miss Jo Irvin, wins a well-deserved victory in the SPHST Factor. Here's a clip of her singing the song that wins her this victory. And now some news from the animal kingdom. A recent drought in Africa has left the elephant population devastated with dehydration. Due to their small surface area to volume ratio, the elephants find it hard to absorb the necessary water through their skin. So they have developed a complex respiratory and digestive system to absorb the water, O2, and nutrition for life. However, with this complex system, the elephants cannot absorb what little water there is in the air around them. Even though there is a drought, disease is still rife throughout the country. As bacteria have a large surface area to volume ratio, they are easily able to take up what little water or nutrition there are in the area around them. That was the news in the animal kingdom. Now for a look at the weather, it's over to our weather woman, Emma Chance.
Hello and welcome to the Cardiac Weather Report, and I'm Emma Child. The sinoatrial node has excited an electrical storm which causes the atrium to contract. This can be shown as the letter P on an electrocardiogram. This brought high pressure into the atrium, forcing the blood down the ventricles. The electrical storm shifted to the atrioventricular node and stayed there for a period of time before moving southbound to the Purkinje tissue, or Q, on the ECG. This will bring a contraction of ventricles. The right ventricle will contract slightly before the left, or R and S on the ECG, causing another front of high pressure. This will force blood up and out of the heart. The storm will then disperse and the blood will flow back into the heart through the veins, shown as T on the ECG. This process will continue throughout your lifetime. And back to Marie.
Now it's for the news where you are. It's over to the atria with Chris Barrett.
Hi, I'm Chris Barrett.
Chris, what are you doing?
I'm doing the opening scene. The others got to do it.
I know, but that's because of the girls.
So what am I supposed to do?
What we told you to do earlier?
Oh, older.
Yeah, that. You ready?
Ready.
Okay.
Hi, I'm Chris Barrett. And I'm here at the atria, which you can see are in diastole. The blood to the left atrium is running through the vena cava and the pulmonary vein. Now the atria are in systole, and the blood is being forced into the ventricles through the atrioventricular valves. You can just hear the faint sound of the valves closing, causing the lump sound to the heartbeat. The walls of the atria are not very thick. This is because they do not need to push the blood to a long distance. If we follow the path of the blood, we can now see that this is heading towards the ventricles. So I will now hand it over to your ventricular correspondent, Melody Louise Monta.
Hi, I'm Melody Louise Monta and I'm here at the ventricles. Judging by the way that the blood that was pushed in from the atria has just been sent to the left ventricle through the semilunar valves through to the aorta around the rest of the body, I would say the left ventricle has just finished the stage of systole, which means a split second later the right ventricle will contract, pushing the blood through the semilunar valves and the pulmonary artery through to the lungs where it will become oxygenated. This process will go on and on until the day that this person's heart stops beating, which will hopefully won't be too soon. Back to you, Marie.
What? We're on! You didn't tell me!
I'm sorry, Miss Kamara, it won't happen again.
You're right, it won't happen again. You're fired! And now it's over to our transport journalist, James Innes.
Hello, I'm your transport journalist, James Innes. In Transport News today, there is a steady flow of blood to and from the heart through the pulmonary veins and arteries. But once it reaches the alveolar capillaries, there is a slow-moving traffic as the carriageway has been narrowed to allow time for the exchange of the cargo of CO2 for a new cargo of O2. However, once past this, there is a fast route south to the rest of the body through the arteries. But once transferred to the northbound veins, there is a slow stop-start queue as you must wait for the valves to open and close, allowing blood to move up through back to the heart. All junctions in the arteries, veins and capillaries have been closed, preventing any blood entering or leaving the vessels. And that is the transport news in your closed circulatory system today.
We have a breaking news. There is a major blockage in the coronary artery. If this blockage is not moved quick enough, the victim will suffer a fatal heart attack. Let's go over to our closest correspondents.
It seems that due to a build-up of fat in the artery, a blood clot has formed, stopping any oxygenated blood from reaching the heart muscle.
Which means that muscle cells can no longer aerobically respire, causing a buildup of lactic acid.
This lack of oxygen kills the muscle cells in a process which is irreversible, and it will most likely result in death.
The side atrial node has its
Michelle! Oh my god, dude, just get out! I can't even see my face! Sorry, I was just reading.
On diastole, the aortic valve is closed.
Hello and welcome to the Cadet News Report. I'm your host,
During
Louis Tomorrow.
systole, the aortic valve is open. Physiology. On diastole, the aortic valve is closed. Physiology. During systole, the aortic valve is open. Physiology. On diastole, the aortic valve is closed.
Michelle! Oh my god, dude, just get out! I can't even see my face!